The first principle of Redux is that whether your app is a really simple one, like this counter example, or a complex application with a lot of UI and data state, you are going to represent the whole state of your application as a single JavaScript object. All mutations and changes to the state in Redux are explicit, so it is possible to keep track of all of them. In this case, I am logging every state change in the application in the console. You can see that in the counter example, there isn't really much state to keep track of, so it can be represented by a JavaScript number. Here is a different example, a list of independent counters that I can add and remove. In this case, a single number is not enough to represent the state of the application, so we use an array of JavaScript numbers. In a more complex application, there is more state to keep track of. This is a typical to-do app where I can add to-dos, I can cross them as completed ones, and I can change the current filter. Looking back at the history of the state changes, we can see that the initial state of the app was a JavaScript object containing an array under the to-dos key and a string saying show all under visibility filter. And when I added the first to-do, it was added to the to-dos array inside our state object. And the to-do itself is described by a plain JavaScript object saying it was not completed and the text was hey. And every further change to the app, whether when I was crossing out the to-dos or when I changed the visibility filter, resulted in this change to this state object describing our whole application. Now you know the first principle of Redux, which is that everything that changes in your application, including the data and the UI state, is contained in a single object we call the state or the state tree.